is the business we are in at LSU, providing a world-class experience for our student athletes to compete and earn their degrees.
Hello, Tiger fans. I'm Emily Dixon, and welcome to this week's episode of Inside LSU Sports, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. LSU student athletes have been busy all spring season long, and now we've reached the midway point for a handful of teams, the finish line for others, and some Tigers are now at the start of conference and NCAA championships. But let's start tonight's show out with some final thoughts on one of the most talented teams on campus, LSU Gymnastics. Mike Smith sat down with first-year head coach Jay Clark to get his take on a talented roster that fought like Tigers until the end.
Inside LSU Sports, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is brought to you each week by the 8 partners that represent Team LSU. COTS, the official communications provider of LSU Athletics. McDonald's, official sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics. Planet Fitness, official gym partner of the LSU Tigers. Ross's Markets, official supermarket of LSU Athletics. Coca-Cola, official beverage partner of the LSU Tigers. People's Health, the official health plan of LSU Athletics. And by Hancock Whitney, the official bank of the LSU Tigers. This segment of Inside LSU Sports is brought to you each week by Williamson Cosmetic Center and Paranac Aesthetic Surgery, where you'll always place first with us.
Hello, Tiger fans, and welcome inside the LSU Gymnastics Training Center. We are proud to be with you here. The postseason has come and gone for your Fighting Tigers, and it was a strong one. A strong finish at the SEC Championships in Huntsville, Alabama. Your traveling Tigers move on to Salt Lake City. Another really gutsy performance in the NCAA Regionals. And then the Tigers qualify for the 31st NCAA Championships in program history, searching for a 4-on-the-floor performance. Head coach Jay Clark joins me now. Jay, first of all, I feel like we can take a breath.
Yeah.
What a season between COVID, between all the protocols, the bubbles, and then of course you had to compete.
Yeah.
And these Tigers fought like Tigers the entire season. And really, how about those All-America honors in the postseason for those 4?
Well, eight All-American honors, all coming from our freshman and sophomore class, which is unusual to say the least, and so that bodes well for the future, I would say. And it was a challenging season from top to bottom, dating all the way back to August 4th when we found out Dee Dee was retiring, and going forward, it just was we were faced with a lot of challenges, but these kids rose to them all the way through, and I'm just really proud of them. Olivia
Dunn, Haley Bryant, Kaya Johnson, and Alona Shinakova showed out at the Nationals. Jay, well-earned 8 postseason All-America honors, and really form a nucleus that's coming back next season. The future looks incredibly bright.
It really does, and when you add to that mix our freshman class next year, which is a very strong class, a familiar name that people will remember, Finnegan, the little Finnegan, Aaliyah Finnegan will be joining us next year, along with Caitlin Johnson, another great gymnast out of Texas Dreams, and a young lady from up in Minnesota at Twin City Twisters who has produced the likes of Maggie Nichols at Oklahoma and many other greats. Corey Tatum will round out that class. So the future's bright with what we've got returning, and the future's also bright with what we have coming in. So we're excited about getting started for next year. We're already chomping at the bit.
I tell you, I can't wait to return to a fuller PMAC. I guess it remains to be seen exactly how many seats we can sell. But that environment in the Maravich Center on a Friday night is magic. We did lead the nation in COVID-restricted, attendance this year. But we have an opportunity, I think, to sort of bathe these new freshmen, if you will, in that experience, and that will only draw better performances out of them.
Yeah, it's just one more thing that nobody on our team has really gotten to experience outside of this year's seniors and the sophomores for a portion of the season last year. So getting that environment back together, it definitely. I mean, it is one of the biggest advantages that we have in a competitive situation, is to be able to walk in there with 12,000 of our closest friends and be able to create an environment that's unlike anything a team is going to experience anywhere else. And so, getting that as close to back to normal as possible. I'm hopeful we'll be able to sell it out, but heck, anything is more than what we had this year.
In a couple of moments that we've got left, Jay, I just wanted to go back and touch on the fact that we add another individual national champion as well, and Haley Bryant, a well-earned vault national title. Bob Moore has got that event dialed in. I think it might be the 9th individual champion that he's had over on that event. But I know that not only is Haley's future bright, not only on that event, but we should see her really expand her role, leadership role as well, in the coming season.
Well, she's a special kid and for a lot of reasons, and really on every event is capable of doing that. On that event, it was just a matter of us convincing her that if she got her arms out instead of up when she landed, and once she figured that out, she started landing it. For about 6 or 7 meets, we couldn't get her to land it, and she had been doing that vault a long time and had never been asked to stick it because it was so incredibly powerful. She won all the JO meets, but once she figured out just what the difference in arm position makes when you're trying to land a vault like that, she got dialed in on it and kind of sprinted to the finish line on that. But you're right. She's a neat kid, brings a lot to the table, a lot of leadership qualities. She's going to need to expand that, become more vocal, and she's no longer a freshman, so she ought to be able to do that.
Generally speaking, the Tigers end the season on a healthy note, which is nice to see, and perhaps a return of Kai Rivers, who of course was out this season, rehabbing from an injury. It would be great to see her back in the lineup. That's another piece of depth that would just be amazing to see back for the Tigers.
Kai is a real, kind of alpha dog, if you will. She is a vocal person and leads by example, but has a little bit of edge to her that I think we could use a little bit more of, quite frankly, and getting her healthy will be key. We'll have to be careful with her because she does have a litany of injuries that have gone on with her body, so we'll have to make sure that we train her efficiently and intelligently and not ride her too hard, but getting her back healthy where she's got a platform to lead, I think will be a tremendous shot in the arm.
Jay, it has been an absolute pleasure being with you this season. It's been an interesting ride, we'll say that, of course, all things considered. And maybe we'll have a little sense of normalcy coming into next season. All the best to you this summer. I know you guys will be hitting the trail really hard to bring in future Tigers as well, but the fall semester will be here before we know it.
Well, we just got word that the NCAA is going to lift the dead period beginning in June, so we've already been mapping out what our summer plans are. We're going to hit the ground running pretty hard. Best
of luck to you, to Bugs, and to Bob as well all summer long. We'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Tiger fans, thank you very much for joining us on this segment all season long here inside LSU Sports. Don't turn that dial. There's a whole lot more coming up right after this timeout.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
That's fake, mi amor. Ice cream?
Yeah!
Okay.
Protect your connected devices with advanced security included with Cox Panoramic Wi-Fi.
Now is the time for new beginnings. For holding each other's hands. For encouraging each other. And for working together. At Women's, our mission is to improve the health of all women and infants. So today, we're focused on new ways to care for you and keep you safe. Because seeing you healthy and strong is important to us.
We're born to be loud, born to be strong, born to work hard and tailgate harder. We're born to give it our all, on the field, in the stands, and beyond. We're born to be Tigers. We're the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Be part of the team behind the Tigers. Join today for better access and better perks. TAF, We're here for Tigers. Be there for them too. Annual membership starts at only $50.
LSU Tigers fans, show your pride with real Tigers gear from the official online store, lsushop.net. You'll find everything a Tigers fan needs, including jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of over 4,100 products, including official team merchandise from Nike, when it comes to Tigers pride, there's only one place real Tigers fans go, lsushop.net.
This segment of Inside LSU Sports is brought to you each week by TJ Ribs, legendary Louisiana barbecue.
The Tigers will have their ace, Landon Marceau, coming off a great performance last week in Lexington. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Landon Marceau, number 8 on the night. Awaits, payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Another 1-2 pitch to the plate. Yes, sir. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Number 12 on the night. And Landon Marceau.
The series win slipped through LSU baseball's fingertips against number 5 South Carolina, but that didn't take away from the impressive start and win by junior right-hander Landon Marceau, who was named one of collegiate baseball's Players of the Week after he fired a career-high 12 strikeouts in the opening game win. The voice of the Tigers, Chris Blair, caught up with head coach Paul Maneri to get his take on the weekend series and look ahead to another SEC matchup that features one of the country's best teams in Ole Miss.
Thanks, Emily. Now joined with head coach Paul Maneri. And Coach, we all had to navigate the weather last week. The series starting on Thursday against another top 10 team in South Carolina. And boy, you got Landon Marceau. And I think for me in the broadcast booth, I'm losing words to describe what he's done. I know you feel the same way.
Well, I'll tell you, the lead up to the series was a lot of hype. South Carolina, top-ranked team. And their number 1 pitcher had tremendous numbers. He's a top prospect, threw exceptionally hard. And most of the attention was on him, as it typically is. And then we got this guy named Landon Marceau, who seems to be unheralded, and yet after the game is over, all anybody wants to talk about is Landon Marceau. He went out there and just pitched an unbelievable game. 7 innings, 12 strikeouts, no runs. I mean, he was just fantastic, Chris. And what a performance. You know, he pitched, he made some big outs, pitched and got some big outs when he needed to. A lot of help from his great shortstop, Jordan Thompson, made some big plays for him. But an amazing performance. He's done it for us all year.
You know, you look in that game on Thursday, it's 2-0 early. You know, again, Landon Marceau is putting up zeros on the board. As you said, he's getting great help behind him defensively. And then late in the game, you're looking for some insurance runs, because I know you. 2 runs in an SEC game, you're not feeling comfortable.
No, we were able to tack on. We got a good rally going there in the 8th inning. Cade Doty came through with a big hit and run play where he hit a sacrifice fly, drove in an insurance run. Cade Beloso hit a long home run. So all of a sudden we're up 5 runs going into the 8th, 9th inning, and Devin Fontenot came in and was able to secure the victory for us. And that's what we did the first night. You know, the second game when we had the 2-0 lead, we had a chance to tack on. We weren't able to quite do that and kept South Carolina within striking distance, and they were able to overcome the 2-0 deficit. And that was the difference between winning and losing those first 2 ball games.
Real quickly before we wrap up this week, I know you finished the tough series against South Carolina. Now you go on the road, another Thursday, Friday, Saturday, this time against Ole Miss, another good ball club. What do you tell the team, and what do you take away going into this weekend, coming off of last weekend?
Well, you just, Chris, this is the SEC. You know, there's just no other way to approach it but just take them one game at a time. You know, we're at the midway point of our SEC schedule, and you know, that doesn't get any easier. You know, 3 tough ball games at Ole Miss and Oxford, Mississippi, and you know, one game at a time, 1 inning at a time, and go out there and compete just as hard as you can. Nobody feels sorry for you. Nobody's going to hand you anything. You get what you earn, and this is big boy baseball. There's no question about it.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, best of luck in Oxford. Thank you for your time, as always. Let's now take a look at some of the great highlights here at the box as the Tigers hosted South Carolina. The Tigers will have their ace, Landon Marceau, coming off a great performance last week in Lexington. Dugas, with his 10th round tripper of the year, gives the Tigers a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Next payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. What a swing and a miss. Picked up by Thompson. He'll come home. The throw is there. He's out. 2 outs. Another 1-2 pitch to the plate.
Yes, sir.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Number 12 on the night. It's a ground ball down the line at third. Morgan to third. They'll round him into home. There'll be no throw, and the Tigers lead 3-0. Swing and a miss. Top shelf fastball at 94. So takes one deep and inside the foul pole fair. Tigers win. Tigers win. And LSU with a signature victory for this 2021 ball club.
You need more layers, diagonal layers.
I got it, Ron. Thanks.
Leave him alone, Dad. Oh, honey, you should use ice blocks instead of cubes.
No, Bud Light Seltzer goes on top.
Diagonal layers.
Did you pre-chill the Bud Light lemonades?
Need more ice. And diagonal layers.
I mean, if you're gonna do it right.
I don't need my hands getting cold.
Why don't you try using the Plumsky method?
Brings out the citrus notes.
Dad?
Gotta crush the ice, son.
Okay, I'm out.
What's his problem?
Whenever packing the cooler really matters, there's a Bud Light there.
We get it. It feels like everything has changed. Masking up, changing demands at work, fewer gatherings. But one thing hasn't changed: our commitment to your health. It's why Our Lady of the Lake Physician Group keeps finding better ways to serve you. Video visits with one of our providers, online scheduling, weekend hours, and nearly 100 locations where providers know your medical history. Our Lady of the Lake Physician Group, providing you with the best care where and when you need it.
The time is right, the party's just begun, and the good times roll. Yeah, let the good times roll, and have some fun, and let those good times roll.
Drive the all-new F-150 with $3,000 cash back. Plus, get 2 years complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards.
When the ground shifts beneath you, you can run, or you can stand firm. At LSU, our stand is rock solid. Our blood runs hot, even as our heads stay cool. Because now is a pivotal moment in the fight for our future. And we refuse to back down when the world needs solutions. LSU, fierce for the future.
We're born to be loud, born to be strong, born to work hard and tailgate harder. We're born to give it our all, on the field, in the stands, and beyond. We're born to be Tigers. We're the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Be part of the team behind the Tigers. Join today for better access and better perks. TAF, we're here for Tigers. Be there for them too. Annual membership starts at only $50.
This segment of Inside LSU Sports is brought to you each week by Assurance Financial, lending the way home buyers prefer it.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, I've been self-made from the dribble. I was been saying I'm a killer. Playing no games with you. Pop clutch, switch lanes on you rap. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked.
15 practices and a spring game are now in the books. And fans who tuned in to LSU football over the weekend got a chance to see all 4 quarterbacks in action. Another big day from wide receiver Kayshon Boutte and a defense that looks much improved from a year ago. Here's a look back at everything Coach O said at the end of the spring game when we caught up with him after he blew the final whistle of spring ball. You are watching the last spring ball update with Coach O presented by Cox. Coach O, we just wrapped up the annual L Club spring game. And first of all, let's go starting with kudos to the defense. That side of the ball buckled in early. brought great energy, didn't see busted plays. How key has this spring been for that side of the ball, pressing the reset button and moving forward?
You know, giving credit to the staff. They've done a great job. You know, we played a lot of zone coverage today, not a lot of bust. I think the back end is the most improved part of our football team. We have a lot of great players. The defensive line's attacking. The linebackers are making plays. Very pleased with the play of our defense.
That defensive line especially, you've got to be proud after they played their play today. They played very well and without two starters. Is this one of, if not the deepest lines you've had since you've been here at LSU?
It is, and you know, we got some guys coming in. We got some young guys coming in, some young freshmen. But the way today's game is, you got to rotate a lot of guys. Hopefully we can play 2 units. Hopefully we can play 2.5 units and have them available for the whole game.
Your quarterback battle will play into the fall, but you had even reps for all 4 of your quarterbacks, like you said earlier in this week. But how good did it feel seeing Miles Brennan back out on the field healthy and on a day when Max played really well too?
Very strong. Well, we're a very strong group, and you know, this room, they pull for each other.
Yeah.
And we only get better. Remember, this is another offense they have to learn. They've only had 15 practice. We're going to work throughout the summer, we'll work throughout camp. I think we're going to be very strong at the quarterback position.
You always preach team first, and one guy that has taken that to heart is Jontre Kirkland. He's done that his entire career. Today, he plays for both sides of both teams, purple and white. Nobody can guard him on either side of the ball for defense, going over 200 yards. You said you wanted wide receivers to step up today. How was the play of not only Jontre, but him and Keyshawn Buchanan?
Yeah, you know, Mickey and DJ's done a great job with those guys. And Jontre is a fifth-year senior. It's his turn. Great young man, a great route runner, knows our offense. And then Keyshawn Butte, he's just a great playmaker. And he wants the ball. Yeah. I thought about taking him out of the end. I said, no, he'll get mad. And then he makes a touchdown.
Your top skill players shine today. You've got talent in the trenches. We have more guys even coming this summer with some of the signees. So how big was this spring for you and your team, and how much did you see them grow from the beginning until right now?
Yeah, you know, especially the culture and how tight they are in the dressing room. I think that's the biggest thing. I told them, bring your heart and play as a team. We can cover the rest, and they've done that. I think the second team line has made some improvement. Thank the good Lord that we have the first team there so those guys can grow. But we need to get better at the running back position. You know, Ty Davis, the only guys. You know, John has a minor injury. Looking at his 2 freshmen coming in, Kavontre Brackett coming in. I think we have a very deep team.
Okay, lastly, spring ball might officially be in the books, but you've still got a lot of work ahead on your plate. NFL draft right around the corner, and then that dead period for recruiting finally opens back up, which I know has got to excite you. So what do the next couple months look like for Coach O and the staff?
First of all, you know, we're going to self-scout, look at everything, make sure our guys finish hard in the classroom. I think it's one of our best semesters. Start scouting our opponents for next year, our first 4 opponents, and then get ready for camp. Get our best guys in the state of Louisiana, the best guys around the country, ready for our camps and do some recruiting.
Thanks a lot, Coach O. Congrats on a great spring ball.
Thank you. Go Tigers.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
Now is the time for new beginnings, for holding each other's hands, for encouraging each other, and for working together. At Women's, our mission is to improve the health of all women and infants. So today, we're focused on new ways to care for you and keep you safe. Because seeing you healthy and strong is important to us.
To the people stepping up in the face of an unprecedented challenge, thank you for everything you're doing to serve our communities and keep us safe. To the people of Hancock-Whitney, thanks for being the ones our clients can count on. Because even though it feels like everything has changed right now, it's reassuring to see that some things haven't. We'll get through this the same way we always do, together.
When the ground shifts beneath you, you can run, or you can stand firm. At LSU, our stand is rock solid. Our blood runs hot, even as our heads stay cool. Because now is a pivotal moment in the fight for our future. and we refuse to back down when the world needs solutions. LSU, fierce for the future.
LSU Tigers fans, show your pride with real Tigers gear from the official online store, lsushop.net. You'll find everything a Tigers fan needs, including jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of over 4,100 products, including official team merchandise from Nike, when it comes to Tigers pride, there's only one place real Tigers fans go, lsushop.net.
This segment of Inside LSU Sports is brought to you each week by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Academy Sports and Outdoors. With curbside pickup, it's never been easier to shop in store or online at academy.com.
On 0-2 to Taylor Pleasance. Gives up a line drive base hit into the gap. This might clear them all for LSU. 2 runs in. And a double brings home the third runner from first in Briggs.
Taylor Pleasance can only be kept down for so long. 0 for 8 coming into that at bat. Gets a pitch over the middle and just absolutely crushes it. Gets all the way to that wall in right center field, and that's a bases clearing double with 2 outs.
You want to finish this inning.
The 0-1, one hopper. Picked up by Thompson. He'll come home. The throw is there. Tag applied. And Travinsky holds on. And the runner waiting for David Brown. Is he out? He's out.
He's out. Little chirping there at home plate.
I've had one shortstop in my coaching career, 39 years of coaching. Having enough confidence in himself to field a ball and throw to home to nail the runner, Alex Bregman.
So Kaya Johnson, a huge double twist vault.
Oh,
look at that! There it is. That's the one she wanted.
That was a landing.
Wow. Watch her get her arms up out in front of her before she lands to stabilize this landing. Front pike half. What a vault! There it is!
My goodness! Unreal!
She didn't want to move her feet. She didn't even want to move them to step and salute the judge.
Oh, nobody gets that block off that vault table like she does.
That is unreal. And she even does it from the back of the board, front of the table, and then flies. Look at the laid out position and freezes.
At the 39, they'll go quickly. Brennan with a fake spike. I like the call. They're going to throw the go route down the field to Boutte. He catches it. Touchdown. How about that for the spring game, Jacob?
The old Dan Marino.
Dan Marino,
yeah.
Miami, New York Jets.
Yeah, a little fake spike there.
Spike.
There were some no doubt highlight moments to make this week's cut for top plays, but it's hard not to circle those memorable vaults by Kaya Johnson and Haley Bryant, who wrapped up All-American seasons with the Tigers, including a national title for Bryant. That's it for tonight's show, but be sure to tune in here next week as we recap all the events on LSU campus, including some updates on the #1 ranked men's and women's track and field teams. I'm Emily Dixon, and as always, thanks for tuning in to this week of Inside LSU Sports presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. We'll see you next week.